When we finish designing an interface at UserActive, we usually create a UI style guide for our clients. This basically helps developers have a reference for all of the styling and all of the elements that they're going to need during the build process. It also helps future-proof any development work that might be on your product roadmap. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to use style guides, how they save time and help you maintain a high standard of quality in your software interface. Hi, I'm Peter from UserActive, where we help software founders create meaningful products that users love. If you find these videos interesting, please like and subscribe, and remember to hit the bell icon to get notified each time we publish a new video. So what is a UI style guide and how can you benefit by using one? Well, essentially it's a design document that lays out the specification for all of the styling and elements that you would use in your software. You can think of it as a design blueprint, essentially. In this document, you actually have a lot of these elements there. So you have all of the color scheme, typography, and the different styles that are used in different places around your product. But you also have the actual interface elements, anything from buttons down to menus, drop downs, and hover states. So who uses UI style guides? Essentially, it's people that make up part of the product team. So it's used by product owners and managers, particularly when briefing or onboarding new designers and developers onto a product. And it's also used by designers and developers when working on an existing product, updating or making changes to a product that already has some design styling specifications. It's a really great tool to help speed up the design process and help speed up development too. So let's take a look at a UI style guide. Here we're going to take a look at the one that we created at UserActive and that we use for many of our projects. So here we go. Here's an example of a UI style guide that we designed recently. This is actually for a client. You can see that this is for Adeptly for their software. So we created this nice color palette here with nice blues and turquoise and aqua colors. We also specified the gradients for use across the software. In this, we also include the angle, the direction, and the change of hues in the color. So here are the recommended usages of color schemes, and then working our way down, we see our typography treatments, the different stylings for H tags and body copy. Occasionally, we even provide spacing or an example of a grid layout, as you can see here at the bottom of this screen. So moving on here, we indicate treatment for buttons. So these are the different button states and button sizes that you can see here. This enables us to use different buttons across the software for different instances and different interactions where appropriate. All of these styles are indicated with sizing, and then we also provide any interaction elements such as the drop downs or what happens when a user clicks inside a text field or on a drop down in this instance. We also show the submenus and the hover states for those too. Quite often you have custom elements, and what you see down here is a custom list. It's essentially a table that we broke out into a list type design and added some icons and some user information. Moving on, we have treatment for navigation elements. Here are some breadcrumbs, also some tags for filtering lists. And then moving on, we have input fields, different treatments for those. Quite often we'll design out validation for form fields and show the treatments for that there. And then some other elements that might be bespoke design elements that may be used in more than one place in the software. So there you have it. That's how a style guide looks when you work with UserActive. So as you can see, UI style guides are a really handy tool for developers and designers when they're working on your product. There are quite a few benefits to using them. First of all, it just maintains consistency across your product. If you work on anything in the future, it means that there's already styling and reference in place to future-proof that work. You don't have to reinvent the wheel or resolve design styling problems every time you create a new part of your product. It also just means that anyone new joining the team has that reference point. They can get onboarded. They don't have to go searching through the product to find examples of something that they're trying to build. They have it right there in the document. So it really does speed things along. It makes it easier and it saves time and cost. So that's why we really recommend using them. Some of our clients, once we finish the UI design process, they go and take these style guides, and it means that they don't always have to rely on our services. They can often infer designs for other areas in their software where they're going to use repeat or recurring elements. So there you have it. That's what style guides look like, and that's how we recommend using them. We hope that you can benefit from style guides too, so that you can help improve your product, get more users, and grow.